Good morning. Today is day 41, and today I'm talking about on your self-improvement journey, how it's okay to chase rainbows. Chasing rainbows is a concept where I think it's perfectly okay to set goals and dreams that are completely impossible. Because ultimately, success is not what you will achieve at the end, uh, like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You will not find that at the end. What'll happen is you will bump into accidentally potentially success along the path. Basically, it's about the journey and not the destination. My grandmother, Letha, she's about 100 years old today. She's still alive. She's 98. She turns 99 in February. She told me a story of when she was a little girl, how her uncle or somebody in the family had told her the Irish folklore story about finding a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The leprechauns hid it there. So my grandmother, when she was a young girl, decided that she would venture out and follow the rainbow till she finally got to the end and found the pot of gold and become rich. This story symbolizes the context of pursuing dreams and the lessons it teaches you along the way. Now, my grandmother never did find that pot of gold at the end of that rainbow that day, but her parents did find her, and they were very upset with her. They sat her in a corner facing the wall, and there my grandmother, in her frustration, started kicking the wallpaper off of the wall, and she got herself into even more trouble. She was frustrated with her parents because they just didn't understand the importance of pursuing the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The Irish folklore of leprechauns hiding pots of gold at the rainbow has been around for a very long time. However, the idea of adding a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow symbolizes this idea of chasing something that is elusive and always just out of our reach. That's a rather new addition to the folklore, but it does kind of symbolize the broader pursuit of dreams that us humans have. Now, there have been some people that have actually chased rainbows, I mean, in a literal sense, and have had great success doing so. Isaac Newton, for example, really did chase rainbows. He wanted to understand why rainbows sent off a spectrum of multicolors when refracting through rain or through mist. So he actually did this with prisms, and he was the first to actually take a prism, put it into a rainbow spectrum, and then take that same rainbow spectrum and put it back through another prism and cause it to be white light. This actually started this entire process of scientific research around optics. So it was the kind of the pursuit of Isaac Newton chasing rainbows that actually was the foreground for the entire optic field. Success is absolutely discovered along the way, and that's a critical lesson. Dreams and goals should be aspirational. They should be impossible, and we may never actually hit them. But it's very hard when you have people around you in society scorning you for having impossible dreams. But isn't that the human spirit? Isn't that what we're all about? Haven't we, throughout all human history, chased the impossible? I mean, that's what propels us forward. As each generation comes up with the impossible, we actually solve it, and we become that much better as a species. I mean, just think about in my grandmother's 100 years of life, how many technical innovations that she has seen come forth in our society. I mean, even now at age 98, she has seen the advent of AI in such a powerful and transformative way that it's going to impact our generations for many years to come. So just think about all the things that were completely impossible when she was born, which are now possible. So clearly, setting impossible dreams, impossible goals is part of the human spirit. My grandmother's life, her lifespan, is a testament to the human perseverance and the fact that we should set impossible dreams. So There is a modern interpretation of the pot of the gold at the end of the rainbow. And I believe that we should chase dreams that will lead us to unexpected and fulfilling success in life. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be. That pot of gold at the end will not be exactly what you think it'll be. It'll be something different. You see, I think my grandmother actually did find that pot of gold that day, because it wasn't too many years later that she met her husband. They got married. They went off to World War II together and served on Catalina Island. And she subsequently had 4 children, 4 sons. And now she has granddaughters and grandsons and great granddaughters and so she's definitely has a life of abundance. Now her family struggled in the 18th century, in the 1800s, and in the early 1900s. They had a lot of death and fortunate circumstances. A lot of children died young, but her life has been a life of abundance and great health. So if you think about it, she really did find that pot of gold, not at the end of the rainbow, but out of a great and wonderful life. With that, I will say goodbye, and I hope that you also will find that rainbow that you will chase.